You may be in the shower. No, don't show yourself. But if you are out of the shower and you're doing something, no problem with me. Okay?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram.
I hope you are able to see me, Maharaj. We met yesterday.
I can
the
see
program.
you clearly. Yeah, I
Hare
remember
Krishna.
you, Prabhu.
Yeah, I'm just ready for office, but still, we are conducting the class. So thank you for your service, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
So,
we
Hare
start
Krishna.
now?
Yes, Maharaj. So, I would like to read the introduction of yours, which sent by Jagannath Prabhu. So, today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Bhakti Anugrah Maharaj, Janardhan Maharaj, and I will read the brief introduction of Maharaj. His Holiness Bhakti Anugrah Janardhan Swami is a disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Swami Goswami. He joined ISKCON in early 1980s in Toronto, Canada. He received Harinam initiation in 1984 and Brahman initiation in 1985. He was Sankirtan leader and vice president for the ISKCON Toronto from 1984 to 1995 and temple president from 1995 to 1997. He then served as vice president in ISKCON Delhi from 1997 to 2002. He has been serving Krishna Balaram Temple in Vrindavan since 2002. In 2013, on the auspicious day of disappearance day of Vairagya Murti Shra Gaurakishar Das Babaji, he was awarded sannyas initiation by His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So, Maharaj is a member of the Vrindavan Executive Board. His Holiness Bhakti Anugraha Janardhan Swami has been actively preaching in India, USA, Europe, Canada, Russia, Philippines, Mauritius, Middle East, and South Africa. And he is traveling to North America. He was traveling to North America with His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj for more than 25 years. So we are so fortunate to have you today. Yesterday we met him at Nitya Radha Mataji's home program and it was also awesome lecture. So we requested Maharaj to come and give your association, his association to all of us. And very kindly Maharaj agreed that. So let us welcome Maharaj by chanting 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
So thank you, Maharaj. Please take over the call now. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So still like 8 or 9 of you are not there. You are there, but you are not there. Because you're not showing your lotus faces. So that is fine if you want to remain like that. But it's very impersonal for me.
Maharaj, you will be presenting something, then I can make you host.
No, I'm just going to speak from the Bhagavatam.
Okay.
I'm not going to show.
I'm
But I
starting the
want to
recording.
see who is behind Rajib and Chitra Gidwani and SK iPhone and another iPhone and another iPhone. I don't see any, what do you call this? Samsung though. mostly iPhones.
Yeah, SK iPhone Prabhu, he's Surinder Bhandari from Bethesda, Maryland. Prabhu normally drives this time to office, so
Okay, no
maybe
problem.
he will show himself. Yeah, some.
No, that's okay. You can show the road. No problem.
Yeah. I know.
Okay. So what do? We chant Jai Radha Madhava. I'll go straight to the verse.
Yes, Maharaj, you can chant Radha Madhav and then Mangala Charan and then class.
Okay. And we'll finish by what time? 8:30?
8:15 and then question answer session.
All right. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Radha
Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giribharadhari.
Gopi
Jana Vallabha
Giribharadhari. Giridharadhari Yasodhanandana Vraja Janaranjana
Yashodanandana
Yasodhanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Jaya Ram
Gopi Jana Vallabha Giribharadhari
Jaya Gopi
Jaya Gopi
Janavala
Jana Vallabha
Giridharadhari
Giribharadhari Todanandana Vraja Janaranjana
Yashodanandana
Nana Bhajana
Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari
Yamuna
Tira
Vanachari
Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari
Gopi Jana Vallabha Giribharadhari
Jaya Gopi Jana
Gopijana
Vallabha
Vallabha
Giridharadhari
Giribharadhari Yasodhanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yasodhanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna
Tira
Vanachari
Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Siradhe
Jaya Radha
Jai Radha Madan Mohan
Madhav Shri Radhe
Jai Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan
Jaya
Siradhe
Radha
Radha Madan Mohan Radha
Radha Madan
Radha Madan Mohan Shri Radhe
Jai Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Siradhe
Jaya
Radha
Radha
Govinda Radha Govinda
Shri
Radha
Radhe
Jai Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Shri
Jaya
Radhe
Radha
Gopinath Radha
Radha
Gopinath Shri Radhe
Jai
Radhe
Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Shri Radhe
Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha
Radha
Shama Sundar
Shri
Shri
Radhe
Radhe
Jai Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna
Jaya
Balaram
Krishna
Balaram Jaya Krishna
Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram
Jaya
Krishna
Krishna
Balaram
Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai
Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Gauranitai Jaya Gauranita
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya
Jaya
Jai
Prabhupada Prabhupada
Prabhupada Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Jai Gaura Hari
Hari
Bol
Bol Hari Bol
Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Bol.
Jai Gaur Srinath Premanande.
Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol.
Numa Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutane Srimati Gopal Krishna Goswami Tinamini Prabhupada Sasai Jami Pakashamiti Paten Namaha Numa Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvishe
Esa Sunyavari Paschatadeshatarine Om Gyana Timirandasya Gyanangana Salakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena
Tasmai Shri
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya
Guruyam Dadam
Ati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jutapalakamalang Shri Gurung
Navamscha
Vaishnavamscha Sirupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam
Amritam
Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vindavanisvari Vrishabhanu Sutdevi Pranamami Hari Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda
Jai
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare. Reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, the Manus, administrators. It says here, you see, the administrators of the universe, text number 14. Am I correct, Mataji? Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Maharaj. Sorry.
8 Canto, chapter 1, text 14.
14. Yes, Maharaj.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Atagre Risaya Karman.
Ata Gre Rase Karman
Ihante Karma Hetave.
Ahanti Karma
Ihamano hi Purusha.
Yamano hi Purusha
Prayonihang Prapadyate.
Prato
Ayodhya
prapadyate.
Nandane.
Somebody else can chant if you wish.
Hare
One more time.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. अथाग्रे ऋषयः कर्माणि अन्ते कर्म हेतवे यः मानो हि पुरुषः प्रायो निहां प्रपद्यते. हरे कृष्ण.
Okay. Word for word meaning ata, therefore, agre in the beginning, rishaya, all learned rishis, saintly persons, karmani, fruitive activities, ihante, execute, akarma, freedom from fruitive results, hetave, for the purpose of ihamana, engaging in such activities, he indeed, purusha, A person, praya, almost always, anihang, liberation from karma, prapadyate, attains. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Therefore, to enable people to reach the stage of activities that are not tinged by fruitive results, great saints first engage people in fruitive activities. For unless one begins by performing activities as recommended in the Shastras, one cannot reach the stage of liberation or activities that produce no reactions. Mm. Purport. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, text 9, Lord Krishna advises, Yajnartat karmano nyatra, loko yam karma bandhana, work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed, otherwise work binds one to this material world. Generally, everyone is attracted to hard labor for becoming happy in this material world. But although various activities are going on all over the world simply for the sake of happiness, unfortunately, only problems are being created from such fruitive activities. Therefore, it is advised that active persons engage in activities of Krishna consciousness, which are called yajna, because then they will gradually come to the platform of devotional service. Yajna means Lord Vishnu, the Yajna Purusha, the enjoyer of all sacrifices, Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasang Sarvaloka Maheswaram. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is actually the enjoyer, and therefore, if we begin our activities for His satisfaction, we will gradually lose our taste for material activities. Sutta Goswami declared to the great assembly of sages at Naima Saranya, Ata Pumbir Dujasrashta Varnashrama Vibhagashaha Sonus Titasya Dharmasya Samsidir Hari Toshanam. O best among the twice born, it is concluded that the highest perfection of one can achieve by discharging his prescribed duties, dharma, according to caste, divisions, and order of life, is to please the Lord Hari. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, Text 13. According to Vedic principles, everyone must act according to his classification as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, or Sannyasi. Everyone should progress toward perfection by acting in such a way that Krishna will be pleased. Samsidir Hari Toshanam. One cannot please Krishna by sitting idly. One must act according to the directions of the spiritual master for the sake of pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and then one will gradually come to the stage of pure devotional service, as confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 5, Text 12. Naiskarmyang api achyuta bhava varjitang nasobate jnanam alam niranjanam. Knowledge of self-realization, even though freed from all material affinity, does not look well if devoid of a conception of the infallible God. Gyanis recommend that one adopt naiskarmyam by not doing anything but simply meditating and thinking of Brahman. But this is impossible unless one realizes Parabrahman, Krishna. If there is no Krishna consciousness, any kind of activity, be it philanthropic, political, or social, simply causes karma bandhana, bondage to material world. As long as one is entangled in karma bandhana, one must accept different types of bodies that spoil the human form of facility. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, text 3, karma yoga is recommended. Rurukshor munir yogam karma karanam uchate yugaru dasya tasyaiva samakaranam uchate. For one who is a neophyte in the yoga system, work is said to be the means, and for one who has already attained to yoga, cessation of all material activities is said to be the means. Nonetheless, karmendriyani samyamya ya ashte manasha shmaran indriyartang bimudhatma mitiyachara sa uchate. One who restrains the senses and organs of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. One should act for Krishna very seriously in order to become fully Krishna conscious, and should not sit down to imitate such great personalities like Haridas Thakur. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur condemned such imitation. He said, Dustamana, tumi kishera Vaishnava, Pratishtahara nirjanera gare, taba harinama kevala kaitava. My dear mind, what kind of devotee are you? Simply for cheap adoration, you sit in a solitary place and pretend to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. But this is all cheating. Recently at Mayapur, an African devotee wanted to imitate Haridas Thakur. But after 15 days, he became restless and went away. Do not suddenly try to imitate Haridas Thakur. Engage yourself in Krishna conscious activities, and gradually you will come to the stage of liberation. Muktir hitbanyata rupang swarupena vyavashtiti. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 10, Text number 6. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Atagre risaya karman ihanti karma hetave iha mano hi purusha prayonihang prapadyate. So here Manu continues to speak and praise Lord Krishna, Supreme Lord. In the following more verses, he will be glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Manu, he is the leader of mankind. He's one of the administrators of the universe. It says that there are how many? 14 Manus in one day of Lord Brahma. And now Manu is explaining to us, he's the one who wrote the law book for men. As Prabhupada says, this is where the name or the word man came from. Manu. That makes sense, isn't it? Manu and then man. So now Manu is explaining here about the sadhus, how they are engaging those people who are attached to becoming happy, and therefore it is recommended that they should first be engaged in fruitive activities to fulfill their desires. No one in this world is looking for miseries and sufferings. We're all looking for happiness. So the sastra is designed in such a way that, yes, if you want to be enjoying the sense objects with the senses, then there's a particular prescribed duties that one has to perform. We have to play our role. I use this word, play our role in such a way that ultimately it will lead us to liberation and not be entangled. Yes, become detached. How we can act in this world in such a way that we are not getting more and more entangled. So the sages, they teach or they wrote um, these different um, literatures, hmm, specifically in order for us to attain whereby there is no more reaction. Hmm. Yes, no more reaction. Well, because every action that we perform materially, there is a reaction that binds the material, that binds us into this material world. This is the law of nature, karma. For every action that we perform, there is an equal or opposite reaction. And therefore, the Bhagavad Gita prescribed also that work has to be done as a sacrifice. And Prabhupada, he quoted this verse, chapter 3, text 9, Yajnartat karmano nyatra, lokoyam karma bandhana, tad artam karma konteya, mukta sangha samachara. Now, if we're going to function uh, our daily activities, it should be as a sacrifice. Sacrifice means the results should be offered to Lord Krishna. I was reading the other day also that even if one works, let's say, in a factory or a 9 to 5 job, or even a professional white collar job, blue collar job, you can also performing your work and it is considered to be bhakti yoga. Oh, how is that? How is that could be considered as bhakti yoga? Again, if you're thinking of Krishna while you're working, Prabhupada gave an example, just like you have two workers, they're doing the same thing, doing encoding, computer work and everything, but the other person is doing it so that he will be able to maintain his family and enjoy in the weekends. But the other person who is a devotee is doing the same thing, is encoding, computer work, and but he's thinking also how that he'll be able to save some money, go to the holy dam, or be able to maintain his family and at the same time have Krishna as the center. Um, what he's going to offer to Lord Krishna, what kind of outfits he will be buying for the Lord, and so on. So that is bhakti yoga. It may not be directly like a pujari who's doing the artik. Huh? That is also bhakti yoga. It's like we went to the Potomac Temple this morning for Mangal Artik, and the pujari was so nice. Um, he was offering us to do the Artik, but we just chant the Guru Vastakam. So ultimately, everyone is working here for the satisfaction. Everyone should be working for the satisfaction of Lord Krishna. And then he's not entangled. Ah, Prabhupada says here in the purport, therefore it is advised that active persons engage in activities of Krishna consciousness. And this is what he called yagya. Yagya means Lord Vishnu, and Yagya Purusa, the enjoyer of all sacrifices. So, it says in the Bhagavad Gita, whatever we do, we should offer it all to Krishna. Offer it all to Krishna means, Prabhupada says, for those who are doing some kind of work, um, 50% should be given to Krishna. Now, how many of us are giving 10% at least to Krishna? I don't know. You are grihastas, you have to work in order to maintain your family, yourself, your relatives. Um, well, if you can give something to Krishna, then that is good. To the proportion that you offer to Krishna uh, for his pleasure or for the benefit of spreading Krishna consciousness, then the more you become purified. So it says here that it has to be gradual. Surrender to Lord Krishna has to be gradual. Ah, and we cannot also please Krishna by sitting idly. As Prabhupada would say, be like armchair philosophers. You've heard of that? Heard of that word, armchair philosopher? That means we're not here just to cultivate knowledge and don't apply it. Ah, hmm. We have to be executing Krishna consciousness gradually, because we cannot also do it in such a way. I say, okay, I want to do it instantly, but then what you called hmm, what I'm trying to there's a word, immature. One cannot um, think that he's so advanced and he's not following the right process, and he thinks that he is the greatest, the best devotees. Because we're still in the conditioned state. Mm, the soul is in the conditioned state because of misidentifying with the body as a self. That was the discussion in the meeting yesterday or last night. I'll give you a purport of Srila Prabhupada. It says, we are not these bodies, we are spirit souls. But for millions of lifetimes, we have identified with matter. That ignorance cannot be removed instantly. Prabhupada used the word, it cannot be removed instantly. It's like we want to be like, say, a doctor. We have to go to kindergarten, grade 1, grade 2, elementary, high school, college, or university, master's, bachelor's, master's degrees, and then PhD. Yes. Because it says here, just as a heavily rusted mirror near gradual cleaning before reflecting light, the heart needs to be purified of lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, and envy. So we have to purify ourselves, and it's a gradual. That's why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also mentions that the cleansing process is the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. So in the beginning, the chanting is in the offensive state, nama aparad. Then the clearing stage, nama bas. And then ultimately, sudanam. That's why Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he says, minimum 3 lifetimes before we can go back home, back to Godhead. The Prabhupada says we can go back to Godhead in 1 lifetime also well. So that 3 lifetimes means the chanting of the holy name. Nama Parad, Nama Bas, and then Sudanam. But it's possible to do it in 1 lifetime. Ah. In a moment, one can become Krishna conscious, but then 1 moment, that means we need the mercy of Guru, we need the mercy of the spiritual master, we need the mercy of the Vaishnavas, and we need the mercy ultimately of the Supreme Lord. We may perform the prescribed duties mentioned in the Shastra and offer everything to Krishna, but still it is up to Krishna to award us Krishna Prema. So, bhakti, attaining bhakti means loving devotional service towards the Supreme Lord. And the Guru plants the seed of bhakti. Now, how the bhakti will grow and penetrate the universe and go beyond the Viraj River. Viraj River is the like the boundary between the material and spiritual world. Cross over it and ultimately reach the abode of Lord Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan and take shelter unto his lotus feet. So the seed is planted, and how do we water the seed of bhakti is by hearing and chanting, associating with the devotees, reading Srimad Bhagavatam every day. It's like what you're doing. All of this is a process. One cannot demand to Lord Krishna, I want pure bhakti immediately. We can wish to attain pure bhakti, but we have to follow the process. That means in order for the bhakti to sprout, we have to hear and chant and serve. Then it'll grow very strong. And we have to avoid the weeds that's been like growing around the bhakti lata, the seed of bhakti. We may be thinking that, oh, I'm becoming materially prosperous. Oh, this bhakti is good. So let me do more bhakti so that I become more and more materially um, prosperous. No, we have to avoid offenses and distractions, says here. And then finally, he will bear the fruit of pure devotional service, prema bhakti. So Prabhupada, because it's a science, bhakti is a science. We start from Shraddha, initial faith, then sadhu sangha, then bhajana kriya. That means performing bhakti, beginning of devotional activities, and then the anarthas, the six enemies of the living entities will be eradicated. Then their nista, we become steady, no more wavering or no more laziness in practice. Sometimes we're asked, Maharaj, why is it sometimes I'm like very active, and sometimes I don't feel like chanting because still the anarthas are there. So this nista is another form of faith, but it is like firm faith now. And then we started to have ruchi, taste for hearing and chanting. It'll automatically becomes part of our life that we become guilty if we're not able to chant. Uh, Sometimes devotees, they live nearby the temple and they cannot come to the mandir for Mangalartik. Oh, and if you're not feeling guilty, that means how you can attain love of God. It's not possible. Or at least perform strict sadhana at home. And then Ashakti, you become deeply attached to Lord Krishna, to his holiness, to his service. And then bhav, the spiritual emotions becomes to manifest. This is a shadow of love for Krishna. And then prema. So it is a science. And Prabhupada gave an example here of a person, a devotee from Africa, who wanted to be chanting only. That is the goal. We can chant 24 hours a day. We should be chanting 24 hours a day, but it should be also accompanied by other activities, because the mind in an immature stage of bhakti, the mind is also wandering here and there. That's why Prabhupada, in the beginning, he told us to chant 64 rounds and then not able to also focus, then 32 rounds, and then, okay, then still the same. Okay, 16 rounds minimum. That is not maximum, all right? 16 rounds is minimum. And Prabhupada's instructed, yes, start where you are. He emphasized this. Utility is the principle. He says, even if you cannot do everything at once, do what you can. Start chanting a few rounds, read Bhagavad Gita daily, and take prasadam. Gradually, you will develop higher taste. So in the beginning, we may not be able to chant 16 rounds, or even devotees who took initiation after finding a job, because I met one devotee in Mayapur when he first came to America. He's looking for a job, of course. He found a job and he was initiated by then before coming, and he was not able to chant his rounds. He was become overwhelmed with the workload that he missed chanting 16 rounds. No rounds at all. So I asked him, so what did you do? are you chanting now? He says, yes, Maharaj. Before, because I cannot do my job properly, so at least I push myself to chant 2 rounds. Then after some time, 4 rounds. Then after some time, 8 rounds. Then 10 rounds, 12 rounds. Then eventually back to 16 rounds. So avoid artificial renunciation. Avoid artificial renunciation. Don't imitate the Paramahamsa, just like this example in the last paragraph section of this purport that Srila Prabhupada gave, that he just wanted to chant 24 hours, the holy name. Then after 2 weeks, he disappeared. No one, no one find him. Where is he? So we don't want to be like that. Was that steady, slowly and steady wins the race? Is like that? That's a story of the hare or the tortoise. The tortoise, and there is the other one. What is the one in the race? The hare. Yeah.
Rabbit.
Is that
Rabbit.
the rabbit? The rabbit. Yeah, the
Rabbit.
hare. The rabbit and the tortoise. But the rabbit is keep on stopping. Sometimes maybe coming backwards. But the tortoise, slowly and gradually. And who won the race? The tortoise.
Tortoise.
The tortoise. So better chant 16 rounds steadily and serve sincerely. Okay, don't try to imitate Haridas Thakur that I can chant. I'm not going to work. I don't care whether I eat or not, but that is my purpose. No, we have to be patient here. Prabhupada says in the purport of first canto, chapter 5, text 14, this process of Krishna consciousness is gradual, but one who is serious will achieve success. So he warned that impatience comes from pride and material motivation. We should not be showing that I'm so advanced and just showing because I want, to be famous, being proud of what he's doing, the austerities that he's doing. No. Our Guru Maharaj says here, Krishna does not judge how advanced you are. He sees how much you are trying and depending on him. Oh, this is a very good statement from our Guru Maharaj here. Krishna does not judge how advanced you are. He sees how much you are trying and depending on him. It is not how we're doing what we're doing, but why we are doing what. You understand that? It is not how we're doing what we're doing. It is why we are doing what we are doing. What is our purpose?
Yes.
What is our motivation? What is our agenda? And Krishna will see. Krishna only sees the intent of what we're doing. Why we are doing what we are doing. This is the intention. What is our agenda? So sometimes we maybe feel guilty. It's like last night when I gave the class at Nityarada's place. And there's one Mataji says, Maharaj, I'm feeling hopeless here. Oh, what can I do? This seems to be very impossible to attain love of God. But I'm trying my best. So I told her, this is it. This is the formula. As long as you're trying, then you will get the help from within. The Paramatma will give you all the intelligence, how you'll be able to attain that. So we should try. And as the saying goes, try and try until you succeed. So many devotees feel discouraged. This is what Guru Maharaj says. Many devotees feel discouraged when they don't meet their own expectations. But remember, even a baby takes time to walk. Don't give up. Krishna loves sincerity, not the speed. Again, we may want, it's like as a baby, you would like to want to run immediately. No, first learn how to crawl, then with the guidance of the parents, then you'll be able to walk, and then you can run. So similarly, uh, the disciple is compared to the baby. He may want to attain love of God immediately and go very fast, but then missing many things and offending other devotees. This is very detrimental in spiritual life. However, the spiritual master is compared to the parent who is guiding, giving direction, inspiring, and in this way, with his helping hand, then the disciple will gradually make progress. Uh, so we have to also ultimately um, always looking for devotees, associate with devotees who are more advanced than we are. In this way, sadhu sangha will accelerate our attaining love of Godhead. It will accelerate the gradual process. It's gradual, but with the association of the devotees, it is more powerful. It'll give us a lot of strength in doing so. Huh. It says here, Guru Maharaj says, if you walk alone, you will move slowly. But if you walk with devotees, you will be carried forward by their enthusiasm. It's like when we go have darshan in Vrindavan, especially in big temples, like you go to Varshana. So many devotees there. You don't have to. It's like your feet is not touching the ground. you'll you'll be pushed by the devotees' force going towards the Lord Krishna. Hmm. There's a lot of pushing to have darshan of the Lord, and sometimes you don't need to move. You'll be pushed. So similarly, it's like that. So stay close as often as possible to your local temple. Support your local temple. Um, associate. It's like here you have a very wonderful experience here, and I'm sure you've been here for some years now. One Prabhu who's told me yesterday is like they've been doing how many years now? 15 years.
15,
This group.
15 plus years, Maharaj. Yeah.
15 plus. So that means you're having the taste here.
Yeah.
This will keep your bhakti alive, dynamic, progressive. Okay, so I will stop here now. I can give more examples from the scriptures, but okay, I will read to you. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, text 25. Step by step, one should become situated in trance by means of intelligence, sustained by conviction, and thus the mind should be fixed on the self alone and think of nothing else. And then 11th canto, chapter 20, text 27 and 28. As long as one is not completely detached from material enjoyment and not fully attached to devotional service, one should continue to act in a regulated way. So we have to be patient. This is one of the qualities. Utsahan nisaya darya tatat karma pravartana. We should be enthusiastic, use our intelligence in serving the Supreme Lord. One should be patient as well. Otherwise, you may feel frustrated. One Mataji, she told me last night, Maharaj, I've been chanting for so many years, and I don't feel like I'm making advancement. I don't feel like my chanting is working. So, no. The reason why you still keep on chanting, that means you have a little bit of taste. We just have to increase this taste and more of chanting the holy name. That was Mother Kalindi. That was Mother Kalindi. And she's old. Uh, she, she's old. I don't know, maybe over 80, 80 plus. And she's still very determined. She's trying. So that's what I said, just keep trying, and Guru Maharaj will bestow his blessings upon you, and the Lord will shower his mercy upon you. We should not be proud of quick advancement. If someone is making advancement quickly also, because sometimes we see a devotee coming and then quickly making advancement. So we should not be proud if we're making advancement. This will cause offenses to other devotees, comparing yourself greater than others. Okay, I think I will stop here now. Ultimately, both Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Maharaj, when I say our Guru Maharaj, means His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami, both of them has taught us, you don't have to be perfect today. You just have to take one step closer to Krishna today, and tomorrow another. If you keep walking, Krishna will come running to you. We've heard of that, right? If you take one step towards Lord Krishna, Krishna will take how many steps? 9 steps towards you. So this is the process. Hare Krishna. I stop here now. We'll give some time for question and answer. Any questions? Or any reflection? I still don't see many of you here.
Hare Krishna.
I'm only seeing like 4 or 5 devotees faces here. Can we see your lotus faces, please? Very please. Unless you're in the shower, don't. You can be on your bed, no problem. Please show yourself, even at work. Some of you are working now, right? Yeah, now it's increasing. Yes. Any question?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, my Danat Pranam to you. Shri Prabhupada ki jai,
Hello.
Maharaj ki jai. I remember having met you, I didn't meet you, but I saw you at the Vrindavan temple sometime back.
Yes.
Yes, and it was really nice. And I really liked your class. And thank you for encouraging us to come online, because generally I'm also doing some work or the other and I'm not able to concentrate. But today, it's like sitting in the temple and hearing a class. It's like that. So you're the first time coming here as a speaker who encourages us all to come and be more personal. So thank you so much for that. And also, Maharaj, we hear that in your class you said that it is very important to have association of devotee, and you gave a wonderful example of Barsana. I remember going there and I was just pushed, and I was from one door I was taken to the other door.
Sometime going this way, sometime going that way.
Yes,
Going
yes,
that way.
yeah,
Going back and forth. Yes.
yeah. But seeing our material life, even Lord Chaitanya mentions that that wherever you are, you practice your Krishna consciousness. But
Yes.
sometimes, yes, wherever you are, whatever condition you're in, you chant.
That's
You
true.
practice. Now, I feel that sometimes it gets very, very overwhelming, especially when the family members are not following Krishna consciousness.
Ah.
And then you are like, it becomes like kind of a struggle where you are like, a situation where, you have to get up in the morning and do Mangal Aarti, but maybe your spouse or children,
Yes.
so that environment is not there. And it becomes like, sometimes you're
So
doing,
what to do?
you're not doing.
So what to do? What to do?
What to do? Yeah, exactly.
Yes, your story is not the only one. This
Yeah.
is the story of the whole world,
Okay.
especially devotees who are trying to help their family members to also become Krishna conscious. The duty of the parents is that they should try their very best, especially when the children are still young, to train them up to be Krishna conscious. Now, once they grew up, and if somehow they are with you, you still try to remind them.
Yes.
If they're not following, they have their own karma now. Your duty is just to keep reminding them. And if you train them up in the very early age and somehow they went in a different direction, they got entangled materially, one day they will return. They will come back. Because once one knows Krishna, he will never forget Krishna. Okay? So don't be frustrated. We use the word frustrated, thinking, hey, I want them to be like this. I cannot do anything else for them to take up. Keep reminding them. That's all we can do. And if they don't want to do it, that is their karma. You are out of the entanglement that your children or your family members are facing. Don't take it more, it is your problem. Okay.
Okay, Maharaj. Thank you so much. And when
And
you
it should not affect your bhakti though. It should not affect your execution of bhakti.
and Maharaj,
You become more and more strong
yeah,
and set the best example you can be so that your family members will also admire and take up to the process.
yes, Maharaj. Maharaj, one more thing. When you mentioned that they know Krishna, like for example, they are not chanting, they are not following all the regulations also. But when they know Krishna, means sometimes they will say, oh, like for example, we have this Krishna house, all over His Holiness Kalakantha Prabhuji. He is the one who's setting up. So you'll say, yeah, there's a Hare Krishna in Gainesville. They'll say the name Hare Krishna, but they're not chanting. Or they go to the temple.
That's okay.
So,
That's okay. As soon as they say Hare Krishna, that is chanting. It may not be the whole 16 words.
okay. So
Just
that's
to say Hare Krishna,
yeah.
just to say Hare Krishna, it purifies them.
Yes. So this
Just to
started.
think the name of Krishna, it purifies them. There are
Okay.
different levels. There are different levels of bhaktas.
Yes.
Okay. So we should not compare ourselves to others.
Okay.
But we should search for those who are exemplary, role models, and be like them.
Yes. So Maharaj, one more thing. If they even don't chant, don't follow regulations, but even if sometime once in a while they Hare Krishna, they say, then their spiritual life is started.
Yes.
Okay.
Like during Ratha Yatra, anyone who sees the Lord on the parade,
yes,
they also go back to Godhead. May not be immediately. It may take millions of lifetimes, but that is the beginning.
Okay.
Like when we go and Japa walk, we see a dog, and I will say to the dog, "Go Ranga." I heard Gauranga's name in that body. And eventually, when they take to human form of life, hopefully they'll meet devotees. Okay?
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna, my Danat Pranam.
Thank you. Any other points or questions?
Hare
Or
Krishna Prabhuji, this is Geeta. Thank you so much for your class. Very, very helpful. I just wanted to check with you, Prabhuji, that you mentioned that, we hear that doing, how do we get to a stage where we can have love for the Lord?
you have
One
to
is,
chant, you have to get up. You have to get up early in the morning, read Bhagavad Gita, associate with the devotees, offer your food to Krishna, follow the 4 regulative principles.
and that automatically leads to the love stage?
You have to chant purely the holy name. Prabhupada
Purely.
says, and I mentioned this many, many times in my trip this time. Prabhupada says, chanting is easy, but to chant attentively is difficult.
Yeah. So, Prabhuji, I was told just recently that one very good way is to listen to what you are, when you are reciting, you should listen to it. I've started
Yes.
doing that, you know.
Great. You're on the way back home, back to Godhead.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Any other points from Parthadas, Janaki Vishnupriya, Vinod, Chitra? Those who's black. I cannot see your faces again. Anyway, anything else?
Krishna.
Harbo,
So,
raise your
yeah,
hand. Raise your hand, Vinod. Okay, there you go. Hare Krishna.
thank you very much for all this. Very nice lecture. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Follow. Any other points? Hare Krishna. It's time to go. Time to go back work or something. Huh?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, can you explain to us how you came into Krishna consciousness?
Watch my YouTube channel. It'll take me another 45 minutes to tell you how I came to Krishna consciousness. And
Okay,
you
so
don't have time.
we type your name and find out with that? Okay.
Yeah, you put you just put my name.
Okay. Okay, Maharaj.
It will tell like that. All
Yeah.
right.
Maharaj, I'd always thought you are Srila Prabhupada's disciple. Today I came to know that you are a disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj.
We're all Shishya. We're all disciples of Srila Prabhupada. He's our Siksha Guru.
Yes, very true.
Okay.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. We all belong to Prabhupada's family.
Very true.
Prabhupada built a house in which the whole world can live in, and we're all inside the house. Hopefully, remain there. Don't listen to other speakers outside of ISKCON. This is becoming a trend now. Huh? That because a speaker is very charismatic and has a lot of followers outside of ISKCON, don't be tempted to hear from them.
Yes.
Always remain in Prabhupada's movement. Okay?
Thank you for your instructions, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Shukriya.
Yeah.
We'll see
Hare
you.
Krishna Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you
Jai.
for such a wonderful and nectarian class enlightening everyone today. Yesterday also it was really wonderful explanation. Basic explanation like, how one has to understand this is not body. It was really wonderful class yesterday and today also. You just now said like, I just want everyone to understand like why we should not listen outside of ISKCON. Because this situation comes many times, like within our congregation, like someone will bring some another speaker, and then it becomes a mess. So, like we just want to know the gist, like exactly what difference it will make if we listen to another sampradaya or outside of ISKCON, and why we have to stick to ISKCON classes. If you could please enlighten us.
Because
Shortly.
if they say something different, you will become confused.
Yes.
Prabhupada warned his own disciples not to listen even to his own God brothers. Prabhupada's message is so precise. Prabhupada's message is so simple. Prabhupada's message is so easily to understand. Others, they're good in word jugglery, but it is tainted with poison. It's like milk touched by the lips of the serpent. It is not milk anymore. It looks milk, garam dud. But if you take it, that's it, Prabhu. You will die. So we should be chaste. This is the quality of a disciple. Chastity towards our founder Acharya. We don't need anything else. Prabhupada has given us everything in his books, in his conversations, in his lectures, in everything. All we need to do is apply it. Okay?
Yes, Maharaj.
This is the danger. It
Yeah,
looks nice. It looks like a nice cake, right?
yeah.
Nice, very good to eat.
More
But there is
followers.
salt. There is salt in the cake. So
Yes,
how, how are you going to enjoy? You don't want to eat it now. Okay?
yes, Maharaj. Thank you for uh, like this. Uh, the explanation makes us, or maybe it will definitely give everyone the understanding that one should not be confused, which will definitely help to remain away from the confusion. If we stick
Yes.
to one thing, we give
Oh
us the
yes.
correct direction.
You
Thank you,
you
Maharaj.
go you go 1% off, 1% off, and then the distance will be starting to go very, very far. Yes. So Sukriya, thank you all very much. Hope to see you sometime again.
Hare
We
Krishna
have
Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much. Maharaj, I
wonderful.
have one question if you have time.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, yes.
if some like one of my friends, she is following the other Sampradaya, but now she like the ISKCON Hare Krishna movement and she bought a Bhagavatam set. And
Okay.
also she's listening Bhagavad Gita classes, Bhagavatam classes every day, and chanting
Okay.
also started. But
Sure.
sometimes she feel that she's not following her previous sampradaya or not going to the center or she has a diksha from other sampradaya, but she wanted to also willing to have a like she have question like if I am initiated by other sampradaya, can I get initiated in ISKCON again like that? So
No. Once you are initiated, her sampradaya is bona fide. There are four sampradayas.
mm-hmm.
Each sampradaya is bona fide, is authorized. Any of the sampradayas, so-called man-made sampradayas outside of this four is not going to bring you back to Godhead. Now, if she is getting some good results by hearing from Srila Prabhupada's movement, that will help her also to go back to Godhead.
Mm-hmm.
She should continue what she promised to do, the agreement at the time of initiation in her own sampradaya. And if she's getting benefited uh, tidbits, little from ours, um, then there's no problem. But she doesn't need to be reinitiated. That is an aparad.
Mm-hmm. But
Same with
but
huh?
if only she is from the four authorized sampradaya, if that sampradaya is other than four sampradaya, then she can
Yeah,
have initiation.
yeah. If one is not because that initiation is not authorized if
Okay.
it is outside of the four.
Yeah, if it is outside of the four Sampradaya. Okay.
So, which
Yeah.
are those four, Prabhuji? Four sampradayas?
Uh, Sri Sampradaya, Kumar Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, and our Sampradaya, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay, Maharaj.
Thank you, Maharaj.
And no
Thank
one
you.
will go back home. No one can go back home back to Godhead without getting initiated in the four Sampradaya,
Mm-hmm.
even if one chants the holy name, because one has to receive the holy name, Nam Diksha, from a bona fide guru.
Mm-hmm.
That
Okay.
was a question also yesterday. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Mataji, if Maharaj can come regularly on the call, that'll be so nice for our spiritual life.
Maharaj.
You have to speak to
We
Maharaj.
will try.
Really,
We will try. Just 1 second. I have a condition.
Mhm.
But the others who are not showing their faces, they have to show their face.
everyone, please show
Then I
them.
will come. Okay?
Please show the faces. Maharaj will come again.
Even the photo. Even the photo. Even the photo. Here is like
Please,
blank.
please.
I'm speaking, I'm
Yeah.
speaking like, like in a blackboard.
Sorry, Maharaj.
Don't be sorry. I mean, it doesn't matter. Okay?
Yes, Maharaj.
Maharaj to be like this. So nice for Maharaj to be like this. He's so personal. Yeah.
Mhm. Thank you. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
If Maharaj has requested by Rupini Padma Mataji, will definitely keep in touch with you.
Some other
For
time.
at
Because
least
in
one
2
class
weeks
a month.
time, in 2 weeks time, I'll be going back to Braj.
Mm.
So if I have time over there, you just send me a message, okay?
Sure, Maharaj. Once a month, you can please come and guide us.
And you can contact Gita Mataji also.
Sure. Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Thank
Srila Prabhupada ki
Pancha
jai.
kalpatarivasya kripa sindhu eva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo
Vaishnava Namo Namo.
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय
जय
नमः ठाकुर की जय
जय
पाद की जय भागवत की जय These
जय
were भक्ति अनुग्रह जनार्दन महाराज की जय.
जय
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
थैंक यू प्रभुजी हरे कृष्णा हरे
Nice
कृष्णा
to see you all faces.
Hare Krishna.
Today we all
Thank you.
together because of Maharaj. We want him to come again.
Yes. Maharaj left actually, yeah, but yeah.
He converted the call from impersonal to personal.
Yes. Impersonal to person, yeah.
I think we should all come online to listen because it's nice to, associate by the face. It's so good.
Yes, Mataji, yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji, for arranging. Hare
We
Krishna.
liked Maharaj class yesterday too much, Mataji. It was really very well.
Is it
It was
possible
just
to share the recording on the Everyday Chant?
I don't think I have to check with their disciples, like if they have recorded for that.
Okay. If we can hear the recording, then, we missed Maharaj class.
No, we have a everyday chant recording, Mataji.
Oh, you did Shamanasika already?
You are doing that, right?
No, not this class. Mataji was yesterday's class.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, yesterday. Whoever जिसने conduct किया होगा उनके पास होगा recording का.
हाँ, उनके पास होगा Mataji.
Okay.
At least audio recording will
Thank
definitely
you so
help.
much.
Yes, Mataji, because it was basic on the basic words from Bhagavad Gita. So it was really nice class. Yeah.
So Prabhuji, we are so fortunate. You and Mataji are together. So much nicely involved and getting such senior persons. On the
It
call.
is Shamarasika, Mataji. Shamarasika. I am nothing.
No, Mataji. Yeah.
Shamarasika put me yesterday. Why don't you speak to Maharaj? After the class, and then we got permission from their disciples, and then it happened.
Very nice save. Very nice save. I'm so happy with that. And now, it's become like it's so exciting because sometimes, the list from the speakers are not coming and suddenly some Maharaj comes or senior and we love to hear it. And our dull morning becomes bright.
Yes, Mataji.
That's all Guru Shri Prabhupada disciples and speakers, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
In fact, it was Tuesday, Mataji. We had to stop Yugal Kishore Prabhu also.
Yesterday we had a
Senior
Nika
disciple. Yeah.
Nika Patel, you see her name today and her picture. So we had program at her home and
Thank you to Nita Mataji also. Yeah.
that's why we could able to invite Maharaj. So thank you.
Nita Mataji, sorry. Yeah.
Also, Mataji and Prabhuji are on Facebook. So Mataji and all, they share the programs also on Facebook. So everybody can join them and see.
Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
Watching what is going on now. Mataji and programs at home and different things. It's really nice. Yeah. Okay, Mataji.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Nitya Radha Mataji also for
Yes, thank you, Nitra.
inviting us, so that made it possible. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Hare Bol.